This is one of the true definitions of what Platinum's capabilities are. It's an 800 horsepower build, full custom paint. We stripped the car down to the bones. Every piece of this car has been retouched by us.
This is the hardest G63 built in the US.
So here's something that we want to share with you guys that we're really proud of. As you can imagine, over 25 years of Platinum, we've been building a ton of cars, some of the craziest cars the world has seen, and inspired many other shops to do builds in a similar pattern. This here is like one of those builds that it makes us sit back ourselves even and be impressed with the work. I think this is one of the true definitions of what Platinum's capabilities are, and we'll give you a closer look to explain why. But what you're looking at behind me is a brand new Brabus build by Platinum. It's an 800 horsepower build, full Brabus. The truck came from the factory as a black on black, you know, rolled off the lot as a black on black, black exterior, black interior. So every piece of this car has been retouched by us, and it's honestly, I think the quality speaks for itself. This is the type of car that we could leave somewhere and not be present and not have to say anything and let anyone, both people in the industry and consumers, look at, and I think the quality is impeccable. It speaks for itself, and we'd love to show you guys a closer look so you guys see it for yourself. So for the exterior of the truck, as mentioned, it came black from the factory, so this is a full custom paint. We stripped the car down to the bones, which you'll see in the video. Literally everything out, from glass to full interior, carpet, dash, the whole inside has been, all the areas that you don't see has been color changed, including the entire truck inside and out. It's painted to match the customer's Rolls Royce Wraith, which was a very special Kryptos edition we had featured in a video prior. So the cars do match each other, and the accent colors are done in a turquoise to match the custom interior. But let's walk around the exterior first and show you all the details, and then we'll get into the interior for a closer look. So fully custom painted. It has a full White Star kit. It has a Brabus lowered suspension, Brabus exhaust, Brabus blow-off valves, and it has a Brabus 800 motor upgrade, which includes sending the turbos to Germany. So this is as crazy as it gets. The only level up from this is a 900, which typically the entire vehicle has to go to Germany for a motor change. That goes from an 8-cylinder to a 12. So in the States, I think 800 is as strong as it gets. 900 you typically only see in Europe. You'll notice the B800 badges, which we decided to color match the bi-turbo and then interior match the 800 logos. We did some additional details, like we color matched, detexturized and color matched the mirrors, the lower of the mirrors, just to get rid of that big black bulky look. We decided to go with the 23-inch wheel option to give some meat to the tires for its performance purposes. Custom Brabus painted brake calipers and center caps, again to match the interior. And then if you come around the front end, you'll notice some special features. Obviously the very famous Brabus carbon hood. It has a carbon grille bezel, and then something really nice is the double LED up front with the carbon intakes, which also adds a really nice touch. When you see it on, aside from the factory rings, you'll see both LED lights come on, which I feel like is a nice add-on piece that you can get on the White Star. Carbon Brabus roof lights, Brabus exhaust in the black finish, and I think a big one to this is the lowered Brabus suspension, where it just, you know, it cancels all the wheel gap. I mean, it looks incredible. Back here, something very important that we did to this truck, and you'll see why in a bit when we look at the interior, but it's a 4-seater. Which we've done is we've got rid of the rear bench seat, and we've done a Maybach style custom 4-seater with a center console. And in addition, what we've done is we've replaced the factory tinted glass with clear glass. So this is a Euro spec option. It's not available in the States. In the States, when you buy a G-Wagon, it comes tinted always from the factory. So the European models, we can actually get clear glass. So as you can see right through this space, which is not available in the States typically. And in this car, it was really important to us to show the level of the custom interior because it's such a high quality interior, and especially because it's a 4-seater rear, which is something you can't get in a G-Wagon. All done in-house, and I mean, I think it sets the bar. I don't know that there's a better one in the States. The only other place you'll see one at this level is probably Dubai, UAE, in that side of the world. And then as you walk around to the back, you'll see we did the Brabus 5th wheel delete, shown here in gloss carbon to match the rest of the carbon. We custom painted the inlay in a matching turquoise, Brabus color matched emblems, of course, rear bumper. And then the 800, we hit it with the same turquoise just to give it a little bit of pop. Again, clear glass on the back 5th door, so you can literally, you know, a term that's been popular for this look is kind of like that fishbowl look. Really, the primary reason for it is to show the beautiful and very special interior that we built for this truck. So the interior of this truck, I feel like, is what really takes it to the next level. Of course, the custom paint is a big task to do for it to look factory and be 100% to that fit and finish quality that people have come to learn that's platinum standard. We're very proud of that, but as far as the interior goes, I think is where it really gets into the next level on this build. You'll notice here on the interior, it's a full custom color. It's a turquoise leather, and it's done all the way throughout. From the bottom, floor carpets have been replaced to leather and their seat matched with the pattern. The entire dashboard, steering wheel, airbag, every single stitch and panel in this interior has been redone. It has a custom Alcantara headliner that matches to the seat colors, starlight roof, and the back where it becomes the most special is it's a 4-seater rear now, so it loses the factory bench, and it has a Maybach sort of inspired 4-seater rear with a full center console. I mean, it speaks for itself, and I think it's incredible.
Back at it. We're at the gallery on Melrose Boulevard. If you guys watched the episode prior to this one and you guys witnessed a little short movie, it was nothing less of a short movie. I want to hear what you guys have to say, what you guys thought of this. Naturally, with that said, we need to break it down and get into details. Is it too bold that I say this is the hardest G63 built in the US? We can probably, with this one, give everyone a run for their money around the world. This Brabus G63 B800, I feel like, is probably one of the biggest builds up to date, and I'll tell you guys why I say that. A bunch of episodes back, you guys have seen when this truck was black on black. You guys saw episodes where the truck was gutted on the inside. You guys saw episodes where the exterior cosmetics and the Brabus kit the car was painted and the kit was installed, but you guys saw that progress. We kind of teased it in other episodes to show you guys the magnitude of this build. Well, our dear friend Tony Tavares, he took a G63, transported the truck from Texas all the way to LA, gave us all the trust in the world, didn't cut no corners, and he wanted everything to be immaculate and perfect, and we hope we produced for you, my brother. It's a one of none. This wasn't any type of typical, obviously, production or build. The car was a black on black G63, brand new one. We created a bunch of renderings and concepts around it. Originally, it went from white to possibly being blue, and then we came up with this gray, and we added the turquoise accents to it, and he signed off on the final reference, and we went to work. So the vehicle came apart completely, full color change, going from black to this custom gray. The interior got completely gutted out, took about, I want to say, 2 months, and one of the hardest things on the interior to do was the floor. because we literally yanked the carpeting out. The entire floor is done with leather and it's diamond quilted. The corners, the stitching, forming around the objects on the floor is just, you know, it's all hand done. We took a lot of time, a lot of effort to get this thing done. Tony didn't cut no corners. He didn't hold back. He said, listen, I want this thing to be the best Brabus build up to date that you guys have done. He put zero limitations on it. So complete Brabus suspension, Brabus exhaust with valves that's controlled through the steering wheel control there. B800 engine. So the turbos got pulled out, factory turbos got pulled out, sent to Germany to Brabus. Brabus sent replacement Brabus turbos, got installed back on the vehicle. Brabus blow-off valve. So when you're running this thing, it's literally, you're whiplashing to the back seat. That's the amount of power this thing produces. Besides producing the power, the exhaust sounds so good. You just literally can't drive a stock G63 after that fact. Performance-wise, he didn't cut no corners. He would have loved to do a 900. Honestly, that was a conversation that we had with the client. But the 900, you have to be allocated and get in line to be able to get a 900. We see a lot of 900 fake parts floating around the internet. It's fake, that don't exist. You buy a 900 as a complete truck, and you have to get in line to even be allocated for one. So knowing that and the time, he didn't want to wait for that, and he didn't want to go through that process. He sent us the truck and he said, I want whatever we can do maximized with what you guys can do and what you guys can produce. And we produced a monster. Honestly, it's one of our biggest builds to date. And I'll tell you in what aspect I mean that by. We've color changed Bugattis. We've done body kits on all these cars. We've done interiors. We've done it all. But because he went so hard with it and he didn't leave nothing in the tank, he literally said, listen, you have zero limitations. I want to produce the hardest G63. And we went to work. I want to hear your guys' comments. You guys have seen us build tons of G63s. Tell me if this one takes the cake. Please comment. Your comments are extremely important to us because you guys are the ones who drive us to continue to film, continue to create. You know, that's what does it. So please, I want to hear from you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, share, especially comment, because I want to know what you guys think. Like the honest truth. We got a lot more in store for you guys. We're just getting warmed up. We're stretching out right now. So we got some shit coming.